Hello all. Good morning all present here. We'll start session soon. We'll wait for 10 minutes and we'll start. Thank you.
Good afternoon all. Welcome you all and thank you for joining today's webinar. Myself Manoj Shisare, Business Head Solar Distribution from Vashi Electrical. I also want to thank SOFA team for accepting our request and presenting. I hope my voice is clear. If any disturbance, please let me know on question answer session. I hope everyone is safe at home and doing great. Please take care of yourself and your family. So before starting, please make a note. During presentation, you can ask your questions. On top right side, you are seeing one question answer button. So you can post your question in this section and our product expert team is available. They will answer all your questions. So let's start with presentation. I will give you a small brief about Vashi Electrical, and then SOFA team will take this forward and will explain you hybrid inverters and its technology. I hope my slides are visible. Can anyone answer in question answers? Yeah, okay, thank you. So about Vashi Electrical is the largest channel partner of a reputed international brands of industrial electricals and power transmission products. We are now 42 years old company founded in 1978 by our CEO Mr. Madan Dodeja. We are having turnover of more than 1000 plus CR and we are almost billing 9000 customer every month. We are also CRISIL rated company. So next slide will give you our presence idea. So in this slide, you will have an idea about our presence. We are having 20 plus offices and warehouses pan India. You can see city-wise our presence in map. Our sales team is available in more than 55 industrial cities. So next slide. On next slide, it is visible. So we are process driven company to handle such a large customer base. Processes are very important. So we have automated almost all our processes. We are using world-class software like Salesforce. Then we are using SAP, and our internal communication we are using Microsoft for internal communication. Recently, in 2017, we launched our e-commerce platform as well. So more than 500 plus orders are booking in our platform per day on daily basis. So as I said, we are the #1 channel partner for electrical industry. So we are also leading distributors for solar products. So in our solar basket, in panels, we are dealing with Jinko and Renesis. In inverter, we have string inverters from SMA, SOFAR and Polycab. We are also dealing into balance of system. In balance of system, ACDB, DCDB boxes, we are dealing into GCs. We are having from 1 in 1 out to 12 in 12 out DCDB boxes, from 1 in 1 out from 1 kilowatt to 50 kilowatt ACDB boxes. We are also dealing into Polycab AC and DC cable. We are having aluminium structure, which is mainly used for the tin shed. Then we are also dealing into Endelec earthing and lightning material. We also introduce Siemens combiner panels. So I will ask Mr. Hardik Shah, who is technical manager in SOFA Solar, to take this discussion ahead. Please, Hardik sir.
Thank you, Manoj ji. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are audible. You can continue.
Okay, sir. So first of all, I would like to thank to Vashi Electrical's team for arranging this webinar in collaboration with the SOFA Solar, and we are grateful to be a part of Vashi Electrical, which is nation's largest distributor of industrial electricals and power transmission products. It is a one platform where all the global brands brings together under a giant canopy. So thankful to the Vashi Electrical team. So today in this presentation, I will give you the briefing of SOFAR as a brand, global presence of SOFAR inverters, product range, roadmap, newly launched products, and hybrid inverter. So let's start with the introduction. SOFAR Group has been devoting itself to the communication and renewable energy field since 2007 and decided to enter the PV industry in 2012. and we start our business in the India in 2016. Sofar Solar is one of the subsidiary of Sofar Group in China and specialize in R&D, sales, production and service of grid-tied inverters ranging from 1 to 70 kilowatt, hybrid inverters ranging from 3 to 6 kilowatt and a mass storage battery, etc. Sofar is currently known as top 5 inverter company throughout the China. Initially, our business was started in the GPS industry, and by the time business is expanded in the multiple sectors like Sofar hospitality sectors, industrial parks, grid-tied inverter business, and electric vehicle chargers. And also, we are having a business in components trading business. Other than this, we have our own manufacturing unit for the lithium-ion batteries in the Dongguan near to the Shenzhen. Next. Manoj, next PPT. Okay. After the breaking ground and gaining the reputation of being efficient, reliable, and professional, Sofar Solar becomes one of the famous company in the China for power storage inverters. With around 400 employees, which are equipped with a very strong R&D team, and a major R&D team have more than 10 years of experience in the PV industry. Sofar main headquarters is located in the Shenzhen, China, and its manufacturing factories are located in the Xinyan and Dongguan. We have our sales head center in the Wuxi and production capacity of 10 gigawatt per year with the automatic machinery. Sofar Solar have 5 gigawatt installation across the globe, considering the Sofar products as well as the global OEM clients. Next. If we are looking for the global footprints, then Sofar Solar inverters have been installed in more than 40 countries. We have currently 9 own our subsidiaries in different locations like UK, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, India, Australia, Belgium, etc. Also, we have a good market in the South America and we are developing our market in the Middle East region. Also, we have more than 10 branch offices in the China itself. Next. To cater to the Indian market, we have established Sofar Solar India Private Limited as our marketing and service center in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So our main headquarters is located in the Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Sofar Solar have been strong market in the rooftop solar business and also EPC sector. We are believe in the local service prompt response with the long vision reliable products business policy. In couple of months, we will plan to launch our online service support platform, which makes it easier for prompt service support as well as inverter replacement confirmation online. We have our technical experts available in the different regions like Gujarat, Mumbai, Bangalore, New Delhi for the prompt service support. Next. So these are the in the next PPT, these are the full product range of the inverters in the single phase and 3-phase range. In the single phase inverters, it's ranging from the 1 to 6 kilowatt, especially a G3 inverter that is 1.1 to 3.3 kilowatt range. That is specially launched last year in the REI exhibition. It's a 3rd generation inverter with a very high lightweighted around 6 kilowatt, around 6 kg and compact in design. These G3 inverters are majorly installed in the rooftop system in all over India. Also, it has a USB slot for the software update and it is very much lightweighted in the weight. Other than this, we have a G2 series that is ranging from 3 kilowatt to 6 kilowatt. It having a dual MPPT 600 maximum voltage DC and ground fault indication separately on the display. If we are looking for the 3-phase inverter, there is a range for 4.4 to 70 kilowatt, especially 4.4 to 12 kilowatt inverter, which are in the 3-phase system, majorly installed in the SKY scheme, means Surya Kisan Yojana scheme in the Gujarat, and majorly it withstand with the different grid voltage conditions and it working perfectly in the different grid condition also. Then after we are looking to 20 kilowatt to 33 kilowatt G2 inverters. So these are the inverters are newly designed product with 2 MPPT and per MPPT you can connect the 3 strings. So total 6 strings you can connect. above 25 kilowatt G2 model, all the inverters are of the fan cooling facility, and other than or the below inverters are having the fan are having the natural cooling facility. In 30 to 40 kilowatt inverters, having a design of 2 MPPT, and per MPPT you can connect total 4 strings. So total number of strings are 8. These inverters are having a separate casing for display operation as well as the communication system in the lower casing. For 50 to 70 kilowatt, this range of inverters are highly used for the commercial and industrial purpose. These all inverters having the 3 MPPT. In 50 kilowatt, you can connect total 10 number of strings, and in 60 to 70 kilowatt inverter, you can connect the total 12 number of strings. This 70 kilowatt model is high voltage system, and it can comply with the 3-phase 3-wire system as well as 3-phase 4-wire system. These inverters have inbuilt type 2 SPD and DC side and optional at the AC side. All these inverters are compatible with the zero export function, RS485 communication purpose, as well as Wi-Fi or GPRS. You can easily connect with this inverter for the data monitoring. Other than this, we have a AC retrofitting storage inverters, hybrid inverters, and storage battery, which is a mass storage batteries. Next. As I said, inverters are supplying with the Wi-Fi or GPRS dongle for the monitoring purpose. So monitoring is one of the monitoring of any PV system is essential for the reliable function and yield of installed PV plant. For data monitoring, we are using SolarMan application, through which end client is observe the different parameters like voltage, current, today generation, total generation, generation graph, different kind of alerts it generate, right? So also you can download this application on your mobile through the Google Play Store, as well as it is available on the web browser also. This application having a facility of you can download all the data in the Excel format from the application very much easily. This SolarMan application having this much of features, that's why it is very easy to observe the different kind of data of the inverter. Here in this PPT, there is a two different system. One is the residential system monitoring and another is the commercial system monitoring, which is below the residential system monitoring. So in the rooftop system, if we connect the Wi-Fi dongle with the inverter, you have to just first registration in the SolarMan application, and after the registration, you can easily check the data of the inverter by connecting your local router with the Wi-Fi dongle system. So you can easily monitor the data on web browser as well as the mobile application. The second system is the commercial remote monitoring, in which the number of inverters connect in the series by RS485 communication. Manoj, next, if you press click, then you can easily check the commercial system monitoring. Yes. So in this commercial remote monitoring, in which number of inverters connect in the series by RS485 communication. So by this Modbus communication, data logger can generate the data and send over the cloud. So user can easily monitor the data on the mobile as well as the web browser. So these are the two different categories. One is the residential system and one is the commercial system. It is also called as a remote monitoring system because you can easily check the data on the remote side. That's why it is called the remote monitoring system. It is available in the rooftop application as well as in the RS485 or Modbus communication also, where the number of inverters are connected in the series. Next. All the so far inverters have 5 intelligent power management functions like adjustable of reactive power and power factor for different grades. Other than this, having a LVRT function, it means low voltage ride through. It means that whenever for a short period of time, if any voltage gets any dip, right, then you can at that time inverter can easily withstand with the grid voltage dip. अगर वोल्टेज में कोई गिरावट आती है तो इजीली फॉर अ शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन पर्पस के लिए तो इन्वर्टर इज इजीली withstand with that low dip, right? Other than this, power derating when the unit has a over frequency, also real-time MPPT and over temperature derating. Now also in the inverters, we have a 6 type of inbuilt protections like over voltage, under voltage protection. Means certain we have a set a certain limit of voltage, upper voltage limit as well as the lower voltage limit, right? Same way in the over frequency, under frequency, over current protection is there, also over load protection is there. Also we have a ground fault indication separately on the display. So whenever ground fault occurred, at that time the buzzer is sounding and separate ground fault indication LED is blinking. So you can easily check or easily observe the any fault on the display as well as the LED indication. Also inverter have a humanized function, then we can easily observe in the inverters like audible and visible alarm function during the ground fault, remote monitoring, and firmware upgrade. Separate design for the upper and lower casing in 20 to 70 kilowatt inverters for the communication purpose as well as the display operating function. Next. Day by day technologies continuously changes. So over the time, we have to upgrade the technology to compete in the market. So roadmap of any company maps out the visionary and directive goals to achieve the upgradation of the technology. In last year, we launched the third generation G3 inverters, specially for the rooftop application as per customer demand. And in this 2020, we have a new arrival of three-phase inverter of 80 kilowatt, 136 kilowatt and 225 kilowatt. In 80 kilowatt is a three-phase system with 1100 voltage system, and in the 136 kilowatt 1100 voltage system three-phase inverter. So this range of inverters are having a 1100 voltage capacity, and specially designed 225 kilowatt which has a range of 1500 volt. So these are the new range of inverters that we recently launched in the China, and in a short time we will launch this inverter in the India market. Also in the nearby time we are planning to launch our three-phase system in the hybrid. Currently we have a single phase hybrid system, but in the nearby times we are planning to launch our three-phase hybrid inverters which are ranging from 8 kilowatt, 10 kilowatt, 15 and 20 kilowatt. Also we have a plan of storage PCS of 250 kilowatt pure electric range extender and megawatt scale container storage. So these are the future roadmap of the products that we are planning to launch in the short duration in the Indian market. Next. This is the data sheet of 80 kilowatt to 136 kilowatt. You can see 80 kilowatt and 100 kilowatt are having a low voltage system, but 100 kilowatt is available in both low voltage and high voltage system, right? So in 80 kilowatt low voltage system, per MPPT you can connect the 4 string. In 100 kilowatt you can connect a 5 strings per MPPT. So this is the low voltage system. Now in the 100 kilowatt high voltage system, we have a range of 100 kilowatt, 125 kilowatt and 136 kilowatt in the high voltage system. This high voltage system, we're working with the three-phase 4-wire system only. So this have two main focus feature. It is working with the three-phase 4-wire system. These range of inverters are provided with the type 2 SPD at AC and DC side inbuilt. It is very much compatible for the commercial and utility projects application. These new products of 80 to 136 kilowatt HV inverters available in the September or October month in the Indian market. Next. So these are the hybrid batteries that we launched in this year in the China market, and recently we are planning to launch this hybrid batteries in the Indian market in around June or July. So these are the batteries range that we have: GTX 2000, GTX 3000, GTX 2500 and GTX 5000. This range of batteries have a 48 volt and 51.2 volt. These are the two different voltage capacity that we have. These batteries are having a very thin size, wall hanging design and convenient installation as per your customization requirement. So it is available in BMS technology. It means battery management system. It means that you can connect the 8P8C connector, that is a one kind of RJ44 type, RJ45 type connector from battery to inverter for the intercommunication, which controls the charging of battery as per the availability of the solar and grid power. You can easily scale these batteries. For example, if you connect a 51.2 voltage 5 kWh battery and connect 5 batteries together in the series, then it becomes, or it's scalable to 256 volt, and its kilowatt hour is same because it is connected in the series. Whenever you connect the batteries in the series, then its voltage is increasing. That's why whenever we connect the batteries in the series, then its voltage becomes 256 and 5 kilowatt hour. Now, if you consider the other thing, if these 5 batteries are connected in the parallel mode, then you can get 51.2 volt and your kilowatt hour is increasing, means 25 kilowatt hour. So this is the different parameter that you can consider during the hybrid inverter also. This kind of battery you can easily connect in the series or parallel as per your requirement of backup time. So this is all about the hybrid inverter batteries. So Solar Solar is manufacturing lithium-ion battery, so you can use it with the hybrid inverter. If you want to buy local available batteries, then you have to submit the technical data sheet of that local market batteries for setting the parameter in the inverter. Means we have to match the parameters of the local available batteries with the hybrid inverter. So after the setting parameter in the hybrid inverter, you can easily use your local available batteries with the hybrid inverters. But for the lead acid batteries, you no need to submit all this document. You can easily connect the batteries, lead acid batteries, with these GTX series lithium-ion batteries inverters. These lithium-ion batteries will launch in the market around June or July, as I said. So these are the features of the hybrid batteries for the hybrid inverters. Next. Now our main topic of this presentation is the hybrid inverter. So what is the hybrid inverter? It is a combination of on-grid plus off-grid inverters. It will use the power from PV to charge the battery and discharge the battery to driven your home load when PV voltage is not available. Means whenever your electricity is not available, then it works as an off-grid inverter, and during the daytime when the PV and grid is both are available, it works as an on-grid inverter. So in case of the blackout time, blackout means unavailability of grid power, PV power, both. Unavailability of grid power means grid supply is not available, or PV power is not available means solar power is not available. At that time, it will use the storage battery power, stored battery power. यानी जो power जो battery में store किया होगा, that it will use to run your critical load or your load at the home which are using. So critical load means there is a two type of load you can easily connect with the hybrid inverters. One is the critical load, which are the very necessary load during the daytime or nighttime, like electricity, like light, fans, refrigerator, that you have to require during the whole day. So it becomes a critical load for you. So during the EPS mode or emergency power supply mode, when the grid is not available as well as your PV power is not available, in this condition, you can easily consider as a UPS. This inverter becomes a UPS. It means it provides the supply to your critical load. Means provide the electricity to light, fan, and refrigerator. These are the critical loads. So it is considered like on-grid plus off-grid. Next. So this is the diagram of hybrid inverters. As you can see, there is a PV connection and battery connection at the input side, your left side. There is a PV panel connection and battery connection at the input side, and your normal load and critical load connected with the inverter. At the right hand side, you can see also there is a connection of a CT with the inverter. This CT is provide the fluctuation of load current, means whatever load that used by the client, that is continuously changing. So we have to provide that feedback to the hybrid inverters. According to that, hybrid inverter will change the generation power and provide to charge the battery or provide to export the surplus energy to the grid. Now here you can also connect the net meter after the CT connection, means net meter is directly connect with the grid, and before the net meter you have to connect CT. CT is mainly purpose to provide the load current fluctuation, and it will give the feedback to the hybrid inverters. According to that, hybrid inverter will control the charging of battery, means it will communicate with the battery through the battery monitoring system or BMS system. So it will control the charging of battery through this CT feedback. So this is the main considering thing during the installation of hybrid inverter. Also, you can easily monitor the data of hybrid inverter through the Wi-Fi dongle or GPRS dongle. So this is the simple diagram of hybrid inverter where you can connect your normal load as well as critical load with the inverter, as well as you can get the load variation feedback to the hybrid inverter, and you can change as per requirement your load consumption. Inverter will working in different criteria, different mode condition. That we will see in the next PPTs. Next. Now, if you are looking for some advantages of hybrid inverters are like power is available during the blackout time, save money on your electricity bill by increasing the proportion of self-consumption. The main part is self-consumption. Normally in on-grid or off-grid, normally what this hybrid inverter is majorly used the generated power or generation for the self consumption, means अपने ही लोड के लिए ज्यादातर यूज करेगा. जो घर का लोड होगा, जो भी चेंजेस होगा उसके अकॉर्डिंग टू ये ज्यादा से ज्यादा पावर जो जनरेशन हुआ होगा वो अपने के लिए सेल्फ कंजप्शन के लिए ही यूज करेगा. सो it has a certain advantage like enables the battery management system. It will communicate with the battery how it is charging and discharging. That is defined by the hybrid inverters. It will reduce the power consumption from grid. मीन्स ग्रिड में से आपका जो पावर जो आप इंपोर्ट करते थे वो आपका लेस हो जाएगा, क्योंकि यू हैव पीवी ऑल्सो, सोलर पैनल्स ऑल्सो एज वेल एज द बैटरी ऑल्सो. अगर whenever your solar is not available, then battery will provide the source. It will provide the supply to drive the hybrid inverter, and hybrid inverter will drive your load. So this allows you to store the excess solar or low cost electricity compatible with the GPRS Wi-Fi data logger for the remote monitoring purpose. So these all are the advantages of hybrid inverter. Next. Now in the hybrid inverter, as I said, we have a 3 to 6 kilowatt single phase hybrid inverters. So here it is a range of single phase hybrid inverter of 3 kilowatt to 6 kilowatt. You can connect any tubular battery, lead acid or lithium ion or pylon type batteries with this inverter very easily. It will work easily or compatible with the hybrid inverter. Nominal battery voltage is 48. Its capacity is 50 to 2000 Ah. It means you can scale up to the 2000 Ah. It's compatible with the BMS, means you can connect the battery, CT connection, RS485 connection, NTC means negative temperature coefficient, especially for the lead acid batteries. These all are the features that we have in the single phase inverter. I repeatedly say CT connection, RS485 connection, NTC connection for the lead acid batteries. So hybrid inverters have maximum of 600 volt DC voltage capacity, and it has a 2 MPPT connection as a DC side. The main topic is the depth of discharge of lithium-ion battery is mentioned here is 90%, and for lead acid batteries it is 50%. But during consideration of lithium-ion batteries or lead acid batteries, as I said, that you have to submit the data sheet, technical data sheet, if you are using the local batteries. According to that, we have to set certain parameter in the hybrid inverter, so that can be adjustable. That's why here written is adjustable, DOD adjustable. That is a charging curve and charging curve for the lithium ion as well as the lead acid batteries. So it can be adjustable. What is the meaning of DOD? That I will give you the brief. DOD means depth of discharge. It means how much deeply battery is discharged or how much energy that battery is delivered. If your battery is 100% charged, it means that it has a 0% of DOD. If your battery is 70% charged, it means it has a 0% DOD. If your battery is 100% empty, it means that it has a 0%. Means three different conditions. If your battery is 100% fully charged, it means it called the 0% DOD, depth of discharge. If it is 70% charge, means it has a 30% DOD. So these are the meaning of the DOD, depth of discharge. In hybrid inverters, we are providing the 5 years warranty, and we will launch this 3-phase inverter of hybrid in a very short time. So these are the some technical specification of the hybrid inverter. Next. So this is the image of the hybrid inverter, that you can see the different points 1, 2, 3, 4 according to their connection. You can see there is a first is a DC switch, so it is used for the on-off control, right? The battery and PV connectors at the input side. Fourth is a Wi-Fi, GPRS or Ethernet connection. Fifth is BMS section, that is enlarged in the right side image, where there is a different connection like CAN connection, RS485 connection, NTC connection. So also we have a SD card facility available in the hybrid inverter, that you can see in the right side image. There is a SD card slot. You can easily get the data of hybrid inverter, even your hybrid inverter is not online. You can get the data by SD card, insert your SD card in the laptop or in your mobile. You can easily get the data of hybrid inverter in the Excel format. 6th is the CT connection for the load current measurement. 7th is a load connection port, and it's a critical load connection, means emergency condition, that I already explained. So this load is on a higher priority. Always critical load is on a higher priority for the hybrid inverters, because it's required all over the day, even your PV is not available or your grid is not available. 8th connection is grid connection port or normal load connection, and 9th is display, and 10th is exhaust valve. So these are the normal pointed out figure of different connections that we have in the hybrid inverter, as well as the display and BMS system that we have. Next. So in this slide, there is an internal topology of the hybrid inverter. Here 2 MPPT means PV1 and PV2 with the battery connection applies to EMI filter section, and then it passes to the combiner circuit, where all these voltage are mixed and converted into the AC voltage. This converted AC voltage is passed through the relay circuitry and certain sensing instruments for the protection purpose, which sensed by the DSP controller. Means it will give the command to the DSP system or ARM processor system, through which your inverter get the tripping. Tripping जब भी आता है तब different kind of sensing होते हैं इन्वर्टर में, एक भाई कौन सा fault आया, that you can easily sense from the different parameters available in the inverter, so through which you can easily monitor the which kind of fault is arise on the display. So this is the internal topology of the inverter, where you can see there is a MPPT1, MPPT2, your DC to DC conversion part. The output side, you can see there is a relay part through which your contact is on and off. Whenever any fault occurs, it will open the relay connection, and whenever your fault is solved, then it will connect the connection of the relay. So it will connect with the grid and load whenever you clear out the faults. So this is the internal topology of inverter, which give you the briefing of how it is normally working. Next. This is the wiring diagram of the single phase hybrid inverter. The noticeable part is connection of the critical load with the inverter. It's on a higher priority load compared to the normal load. Means critical load is higher on priority compared to the normal load. So whenever your grid is available at that time, your critical load and normal load both are given from the grid, or it can be my means is that it is always connected with the grid. Here in the image, don't be considered that your load critical load is only connected with the EPS system or hybrid system. It's not like that. It is connected with the grid also. Whenever grid is fault, whenever grid is fail, only at that time your inverter is only connect with the critical load. So this is the main noticeable part of this hybrid inverter internal circuit. Normal load is connected with the grid and CT according to the CT feedback which given to the inverter for the regulation of load. If your load is continuously changing, so that changes in the load of current that is given by the CT. CT is sensing the load current and that give you the feedback to the inverter. That you can see the CT connection before the grid. So it can provide the variation of the load current to the inverter. According to that, grid is available. When the grid is available, then the grid supply is driven the critical load as well as normal load. But when the grid is failed, it acts as an off grid, and it's act as a off grid inverter and drive your load. So this is the condition where we have to consider the on grid and off grid part, and it is noticeable part is the critical load. So it is very much useful for the critical load and normal load condition. Next. Now during the installation of hybrid inverter, we have to take care certain points, like hybrid inverter should be vertically always mounted in the vertical direction. It's not directly contact with the sunlight, otherwise its temperature is rise, and it will, whenever temperature is rise, then it will give the over temperature indication on the inverter. Also, current carrying of DC cable should be at least 90 ampere, and its square mm size mentioned in the manual for both AC and DC cable. You can easily get all this data of cable connection in the manual. Hybrid inverter is transformerless, so its positive and negative pole of PV array not grounded, should be not grounded, but you can easily connect the earthing of PV module frame, PV rack and DCDB portion or inverter enclosure with the earthing. Means you can easily connect your other device like a PV rack system, DCDB part, PV module frame or inverter enclosure to the earthing, but you can't directly connect the negative or positive pole of the inverter directly to the ground. Otherwise, it will give the fault indication. Next thing is polarity of the PV string should be corrected. Means you have to check the polarity of PV string as well as the battery. Battery connection is majorly you have to check the voltage by the multimeter, and only then you have to connect with the hybrid inverter. Also, critical load should be less than or equal to 3000 VA. This is the majorly considered thing which we have to take care during the installation. Means your critical load must be limited up to the less than or equal to 3000 VA. Next. Now, inverter has a 4-inch super large LCD display. So display have 4 push button like up, down for going upward and downward in the menu. Other than this, OK button means it has a 4 push button. First, on the left side, there is a escape key, which is upward arrow, which will work at the escape. Means you can come out or back out from any other menu. So it will function as an escape key. Left side, leftmost side, first key. Then second key is upward key, and third is a downward key. Means increase or decrease the any parameter in the menu operation, right? And right hand side last key is act as a OK key or enter key. Whenever you have to enter in the any menu or any features or any operation mode, you have to press enter. It means you are going in that operation. So these are the 4 different push button keys, easily identified and easily used for the operation. Also, we have a 3 different LED. One is the on grid, off grid, and alarm. It means it will give the indication of on grid function, off grid function when inverter is working in the on grid, when the inverter is working in the off grid, and whether is there any alarm occurs on the display or not. So this LCD display gives you all the noticeable function which you can easily observe. Next. So in the display, if any LED of on grid or off grid LED is continuously blinking or flashing, it means it is in the standby mode. You have to consider some problem is there in the on grid or off grid whenever LED is flashing in the particular mode, right? Its display image here, the image of the display part where you can see the left side is the PV production and battery power, and on the right side there are the different grid power and load consumption indication. On the top side of the display there is a PV1 and PV2. Voltage part is continuously changing with the different parameter. Means it will continuously circulate the part of PV1 and PV2 and the battery system. Means it will show you the PV1, PV2 voltage, and it is connected on condition or off condition, as well as the battery condition. Even there is a upward right hand side, you can see the Wi-Fi symbol. It means it will give you the indication of Wi-Fi is online or offline. So you can easily get information of your Wi-Fi system is connected or not connected. Also, there is a written on grid state. It means that your inverter is currently working in which state, on grid state, off grid state, or EPS mode. So it will give the indication of different operating mode. So these are the basic indication of the display and its functioning according to your operating mode. Next. Now we will see the different operating mode of the hybrid inverter. These are the 5 modes of hybrid inverter. First is self-use mode, second is time of use mode, third is timing mode, fourth is passive mode, and fifth is EPS mode. So these are the 5 basic operating mode of the hybrid inverter. It will give you the briefing when inverter is working in the on grid, when inverter is working off grid, and when inverter is working as an EPS mode. So this different type of mode will give you the brief of on grid, off grid, and EPS working mode. Next. So let's start with the first is self-use mode. In the self-use mode, I make one table to make you easily understand the condition with the PV generation, kind of mode, and first service it will provide. So these are the most operating parameter that I will give you the brief.
Hardik sir.
Yes, sir.
Your voice is not clear. Will you recap again for last 2 minutes?
Okay, last 2 minutes means okay. So will you please change the slide of past before slide?
No, continue this slide only.
Okay. So this is the self-use mode. So this is the self-use mode. This is a first operating self-use mode. Here I make one table for easy understanding of PV condition and load condition, and according to that your inverter is working in which basic mode, right? So if we consider the PV generation is 1000 watt, and if consider your load consumption is 0 watt, so in this condition your PV generation is higher compared to the load consumption. So hybrid inverter first charge the battery whenever your generation is higher. So our hybrid inverter having the first priority to charge the battery. Whenever your battery is charged, you can easily drive the load whenever your PV is not available or your grid is not available. So our first priority is to charge the battery, and if power is surplus, then it will export to the grid. So first condition, when the PV generation is 1000 watt and load consumption is 0 watt, at that time hybrid inverter first charge the battery and then surplus power export to the grid. Now consider the second condition, where the PV generation and load consumption both are equal. In this case, hybrid inverter does not charge the battery. Load is totally driven from the solar. It means your load consumption is directly driven from the solar power. Third condition, when the PV generation is 1000 watt and your load consumption is decreased, it will become 1000 to 400 watt. So in this 400 watt, load driven by the PV, and 600 watt first charge the battery, and if battery is full, then it will export to the grid. Third part is this, and fourth is consider the reverse condition. Your PV generation is less, that is 600 watt, and load consumption is 1000 watt. It means your load condition is higher compared to your generation. In this condition, 600 watt used for the PV from the PV and 400 power used from the battery. So this is the condition where load consumption is higher compared to the PV generation. Now last condition, where the 600 watt plus 400 watt of battery, means 600 watt from the solar and 400 from the battery. So total is 1000, and your load consumption even higher than this combination. It means your load is 1500 watt and your PV generation plus battery power is total 1000 watt. In this condition, hybrid inverter import necessary power from the grid. So this is the working of the self-use mode. Next. Now second mode is a time of use mode. This mode is work with the on peak and off peak. Let me clarify what is on peak and off peak. Utilize this hybrid inverter to charge the battery when the energy is cheap, means off peak. Whenever electricity is cheap for the load consumption, it's called off peak. Then it will discharge back when the energy is expensive. When your load consumption or grid supplier having a higher rate of electricity, it means it is on peak. And if we consider off peak, it when the grid consumption or grid power is a cheap. So this is the condition of on peak plus off peak. So just like arbitraging stock exchange market, it means to buy a low rate and sell at a higher rate. Normally this condition is not in the India, but in some of the foreign countries where the electricity consumption rate for winter and summer are different. So in that case of time, use this time of use mode is very effective. I repeat, say some of the foreign countries electricity consumption rate for winter and summer are different. So suppose consider winter as a off peak and summer as a on peak, means your consumption of load in summer is higher compared to the winter. So at that time the load consumption is low, so set that time will charge the battery, and in the evening time 5 to 10 p.m. load consumption is very high, so at that time use the backup power of battery for the load consumption. So this is the different criteria of time management system. So it will work as a time management system of time use mode. Now if your family, for example, I will give you the example, if your family normally go for work or school on the weekdays, and stay at home on the weekends, which means the home electricity consumption is much higher on the weekends. Normally weekend में load consumption ज़्यादा रहेगा क्योंकि you have a leaves, right? So during that condition, you need to store the some cheap electricity for the weekends only, and this possible using of time use mode. So this is the feature of the time use mode. When your time is there, when the load consumption is low, so at that time you store the power in the battery, and whenever load consumption is high, so you can take power from the battery or PV for the load consumption purpose. So this is all about the time use mode, and in this graph also it will show the peak power when the summer is there, and during the winter or night time we have a load consumption is low, so we use the power from the battery for the night time. Next. Next, third operating mode, timing mode. Next, Sagarji. Now the third is the timing mode. Normally this mode is used to test whether hybrid inverter can charge or discharge correctly or not. So this is the one kind of testing mode through which you can easily check the inverter is working fine or not. It will charge your battery correctly or not correctly. So this is mode for the testing purpose only. You can select a charge time, power and discharge time, and power this in this mode. From the menu, it is possible to program at what time inverter start to charge the battery from the grid, which time you have to charge and discharge of the battery, at which time inverter should stop charging and battery. So it is very much similar, or it is very much connected with the time of use mode. So time of use mode is working in accordance with the timing mode. So in this timing mode, you can easily get the data of the battery charging time is correct or not, which power is battery should be charged, which power the battery should be discharged. So all this function you can easily set, or easily you can monitor in this timing mode. So this is the timing mode of the hybrid inverter. Now fourth is the passive mode. Next. In the passive mode, hybrid function same way as you said in the different type of mode. In this mode, use external controller to control the hybrid inverter to charge and discharge. Means remotely you can control the inverter for charge and discharge. Means you can easily remotely monitor, or remotely you can change some parameter for the charge and discharge. So hybrid inverter follows the external logic control. This mode used by some special customer in the Europe countries. So this feature is mostly available in the Europe countries, where the remotely charge and discharge controllable as per the customization requirement. Next. Now we are moving to the last EPS mode, means emergency power supply mode. During this mode, we have to consider it is combination of off-grid and UPS mode. This feature is available in the inverter, and it should be kept enabled. If you have to enable the EPS mode, you can easily enable this EPS mode in the inverter. So it will consider as when the electricity is not available and when the PV power is also not available. So in this EPS mode, we consider two paths. One is the off-grid and one is the emergency power supply system. It means UPS system. So in this table, we will consider the first 3 points as a grid absent mode. It means it will work as a off-grid mode. And in the fourth and fifth, we are considering as a UPS mode or EPS mode. To give the easily briefing, I make another table for consideration of PV generation, load consumption, and grid availability or not. According to that, inverter will function. So let's start with the first, where the PV generation is 1000 watt and your load consumption is 1000 watt, but during that time grid is not available. So in that condition, load is driven from the PV totally. So it means your load is driven from the solar power. Second condition, when the load generation is 1000 watt and load consumption is 600 watt, means your load consumption is certainly decreased. This load consumption is continuously changing as per your whole day, and this will sense from the CT connection, and CT connection give the feedback to the hybrid inverter. So wherever load fluctuation is there, so CT will sense the load current and give feedback to the hybrid inverter. According to that, inverter is working, right? So this, in this second condition, when the PV generation is 1000 watt and load consumption is 600 watt and grid is absent. So at that time, 600 watt load is driven from PV and 400 watt used to charge the battery first, and then surplus power is exported to the grid. Now consider the third point, which is reverse to the second. Means your PV generation is 600 watt and load consumption is 1000 watt. So in that condition, if the grid is absent, so 600, so your 600 watt used from the PV and 400 watt from the charged battery. Means during the daytime your battery is charged, so 400 watt used from the battery to drive the load. Fourth condition, where the PV is power is absent, means your solar power is absent and your load consumption is less than or equal to battery capacity and your grid is absent. In this condition, load is driven by the battery. It considered as a UPS mode because your PV power as well as grid power is not available. The last point is absent. The PV generation is absent mode and your grid is also absent. So in this condition, if your load consumption is higher compared to the battery capacity, then your first take preference of the battery power and then import to the from the grid. So these are the 5 conditions when it is working in the UPS mode or and when it is operating in the off-grid mode. Next. So these are the different operating mode of the hybrid inverters, how it is working in the on-grid condition, off-grid condition, and the EPS or UPS mode. According, so in this slide, there is a worldwide service that we provide. Normally, we are provide the service on your call. First of all, we provide the service on the on-call support. If the problem is not solved on the on-call support, then we will provide the customer satisfaction. We will provide the site visit and survey the fault. And if fault is not resolved, even after that, then we will provide you the replacement against the faulty inverter. So these are the basic terminology that we are following. And in the nearby times, as I said in the starting of this presentation, we are continuously changing our service support and we are continuously going online service support platform for better prompt service response as well as inverter replacement confirmation. So next. Now I will show you some of the installation reference. Now I will show you some of the installation next. We have next. We have so many installation across the globe. In the first image, you can see there is a hybrid inverter connected in the RS485 communication, and number of batteries are used to connect with the hybrid inverters. Second is the very large scale megawatt scale projects in which we are using 50 to 70 kilowatt inverters in the Europe region. Next. You can see our inverters are installed in the commercial as well as utility projects, and here some of the images of inverters installed for the carport as well as in the pharmaceutical industries as well as the utility scale projects. Even in the bad condition of weather is available, even then condition inverter is running successfully and give you the perfect generation as per the requirement of the client. Next. Now I will show you some of the reference of Indian installation where we are using the 50 to 70 kilowatt inverters in the pharmaceutical companies named as Lincoln Pharma in the Ahmedabad itself, where we are using 20 to 70 kilowatt inverters as well as the different condition on the different roof mounting capacity. Even your solar panel is mounting on the different angle. Even then condition, our MPPT is giving the maximum power and provide the maximum generation as per the requirement. And some of the in the last image there is an installation of Sky project Surya Kishan Yojana, in which we are installed the around 4 to 70 kilowatt range of 3-phase inverters in the farms, local farms, where the farmers get the use of these inverters for their captive load and generation of the excess power that will pass on to the grid for the better equipment and for better income. So these all are the reference images of the installation in the India. So this is all over from my side. This is the about the Sofar brand as well as the number of installation that we have, right? So this is end from the my side. Now I will hand over to the Mr. Sagar, and if you have any query, then you have to just contact with the Vashi Electrical team, or you can contact us also, Sofa team also, for any query. Thank you so much. Hand over to Sagar or Manoj.
Thanks. Thanks, sir. Thank Hardik, sir. Very informative session. Manoj, sir, do you want to add anything?
Yes. So apart from this product, what Vashi Electrical is offering right now to Indian customer. So Vashi Electrical, we consider as your project partner who puts reliability of a plant performance first. So what advantages there to work with Vashi Electrical is you can consider our warehouses as your extended warehouses. We can supply material from local warehouses. It will reduce your time and transportation cost. One more thing is we have our own vehicle at every warehouses, so you can get the delivery on same day. Third point is we are your project partner. So for our client, for every inquiry, if customer asks for some design assist, so we are providing it. We have our dedicated design team. So we are providing PVC reports, string design, then SketchUp design for shadow analysis. We are also providing SLD, electrical SLDs, and we are also helping customer with BOS assistance. So Vashi Electrical have a expert sales and service team, so they can also help you in selection of a product and after sales service. So this is all from my end. I request Sandesh to please take this forward.
Hello,
and there are
friends.
some contact details of our solar experts in your locality. Sandesh, please.
Yes, sir. So as friend, we are running out of time, but we have answered almost all the questions through text, and whatever the PPT and datasheet will be there, we'll email you on your email IDs. And friends, hope you have enjoyed and grabbed so many information related to your field. And this is time to make new version of yourself, to replan your business strategy and to be in market, right? And we keep bringing such informative webinars. We'll see you again. Thanks for your support. Always there to serve you better. Thanks. Take care. Have a great day. Stay at home. Stay safe. Thanks a lot. Thanks, friend.
Thank you so much, all.